Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. I felt great today. It was a great day for me. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. I'm the Crypto Lifer. It is Sunday night, crucial night. A lot to go over. We have to talk about Jerome Powell. We have to talk about what they're going to talk about this week. We have meetings with the Fed. We have the annual meeting. We have so much going on. We have a lot to talk about. We have lemon to put in the water that we just did. Let's have our big sip of lemon water, our second today. If you were on the live stream earlier today, we're going to break it down for you. Sorry, I'm going to get closer to the mic. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. We have the worm moon coming. It's called the worm moon because this is when the worms start to move very, very low beneath the surface. The ground starts to unthaw, and we begin to grow into spring. The worm moon is coming March 7th. You can already see it in the sky today. I saw it in the afternoon. The moon was huge. Almost took a picture for the trading group. Let's take a big sip of the lemon water. Let's decalcify that pineal. Let's get our brain on another level. Let's help our mind, body, and soul cleanse with the lemons that God has put on this earth. A blessing of a fruit to have every single day. Is it a fruit? I believe it is, right? Yeah. Shout out to everybody here. May God bless each and every one of you for your love, light, support, and your happiness. Thank you for jumping on in. I appreciate you all. All right. Sorry about that. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. May God bless each and every one of you for jumping on in. Let's break down the chart, shall we? It's been long enough. It's been long enough. Okay. Here we go. Breaking down the charts into the next track. We're watching BOOKMAP. BOOKMAP showing us where the liquidity is, and the liquidity suggests that we do go lower to the downside. 21,500 has far more liquidity waiting for us. We have a red bar at 22,000. A little bit that's trying to get bitten up here at the highs, 22,800. But for the most part, it looks like we are going to go to the downside on the BOOKMAP liquidity. So BOOKMAP suggests downside. Right now, that's the one thing we see on the radar, and we will break it down. I was looking at pre-search, wanted to see it make that big move. Got a bit of a pump here, came back down, slumping. But it's a good coin. It's got AI involved. They're about to actually come out with some big AI news. Pre-search is on the radar, so something I would definitely want to look at. Definitely keep on the radar is pre-search. That's something that I would keep to look at. Got a little bit of a pump when I looked at it there. Didn't get the 28. Got about a 22% on the wick. Held about 10 or 15 a couple days later, and then would drop to the downside. However, if you look at that daily, you're about to get a golden cross, and you got this beautiful Sammy cup and handy to the upside. Woo! First one of the night. How many can we have? How many can we find? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Pre-search about to get a bit of a golden cross here. About to be the lowest it's ever been. This coin's been hot. We used to trade it on and off back in the bull run, back when it came out, and it was just a newbie. Pre-search. Now it's been through at least one run. It's coming back for more pre-search. What is pre-search? A lot of people have no clue. You can go to pre-search right now and use the website immediately, presearch.io, and you can search the web, right? It's a decentralized search engine. Try pre-search right now, and you can search anything you want. Search the web. What I like about it is when you search a coin, like search Doge, right? It'll give you like the chart and a lot of information. It used to give you more like a chart immediately, but buy Dogecoin at Binance gives you a bunch of information. Pre-search, your number one place to search. Instead of Google, go to pre-search today, all right, and start your search. This is a real coin with a real use case right here. And this makes me believe that after this bottom, it's got enough of a use case, enough people will kind of pay attention to this thing. It could get a bit of a move. Oversold on that 2-day, the 3-day coming down, the 22-hour also pointing to the upside. I like what I'm seeing here for pre-search. This one may just be a winner in the next couple of weeks or the next couple of days. And you never know. It could dump to the downside. You never know. I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Pre-search, just an interesting coin. I like the concept behind it. I like what they're doing. And I like cup and handles to the upside. So definitely on the radar for a possible move here. You know, maybe it comes down lower to this area. You never know. It could drop. But I'm watching pre-search. It's now back on the radar. Haven't traded it in a long time here and there. So pre is on the radar for the night. Shout out to all my beautiful lifers in the live stream. Shout out to the lifer gang. Lifers for life. God bless you. Thank you all for being here. What a beautiful time it is to be alive. 394 beautiful souls in the live stream. Eat your veggies. Eat your bananas. Eat your apples. Thank you. Eat your kiwis. God bless you, the Kardashian. I'll eat as much as I can. I'll eat all those things. Eat your blueberries. Eat your blackberries. Eat your cherries. Okay? I eat all those things. Checked off the list this week. I really did. I had some blueberries. I skipped the kiwis. We were about to get kiwis today. Should I have skipped the kiwis? Let me know. Let me know. Should I have skipped the kiwis? You know what I mean? I was at the farm store today, and I skipped the kiwis. I did get Swiss chard though. The kiwis. Was that a bad move? I was at the farm store today and I skipped the kiwis. Was that a bad move? I just want to know, like, someone might be super into kiwis and be like, man, that would have lowered your blood pressure, you know, giving you skin collagen, tighten up your nails, you know, and this and that. So now trending of these files, the lockdown. Wow, that's insane. Let's take a look at the crypto fear and greed index. Let's reset it here for this morning. Up a point from 47, back to 48 on that 8-hour mix. 22 hours is the next update, actually. Thought it did every 9 hours. 48, though, is the fear and greed. Back to that 0-point energy. Can we get a move is the question. Can we get a move? And answer the tweet that I just put out, if you could, over at Twitter. Sam Price at CryptoLifer33. I was at the farm store today, and I skipped the kiwis. Was that a bad move? Let me know, please. 2 likes already. Let me know what's going on. Let me know what's going on. And I try to make the trend instead of be the trend or race after the trend. Sometimes it's fun. Sometimes I like to ask a question about the trend because you know it's going to be interesting. Bank of America January stated CBDC is the future of money and that it doesn't redefine what money means. But Article 1, Section 10 states shall make silver and gold U.S. a gold tender in debt payments. Hey, Lifer, you said you were in the past a director of photography. Can you tell us about it? My boyfriend is a long time in the film business and wanted me to ask you. Maddie Hell. I mean, it wasn't anything big. Just shot a bunch of independent films. I lived in New York City for 20 years, and there's so much film going on there. My older sister was involved. A lot of the stuff I did was in advertising, honestly. But I did on my own. I did a lot of side shots, you know. Yeah. I worked with a bunch of different actors, though, kind of, you know, from here. And then my sister lived in L.A. Her friends would go back and forth. So I just kind of, one of my other older friends, dad was into the TV business as well. No week he was harmed during the live broadcast. Yeah. $7,500 Bitcoin, $2,500 gold. You think that would be crazy? First time on YouTube and don't know where the button is. Shout out to Sergu Makano, my man. 50% first time on YouTube. Sergu, man, you've been here many times. God bless you. Shout out to Traverse. Shout out to Sean Aaron in the house. Let's hope we can get a bit of a short squeeze on this night. So far, we're getting a bit of it. Let's take a look at Bitcoin, shall we? What we're here for every single day. Rushing into Bitcoin, breaking it down immediately. The crypto LIFER. Bitcoin getting a nice pump here on the Sunday night pump. Something happening. It's brewing. So what we were talking about today, right, with the 1 hour just didn't look good. It was like sideways here in between. Looked like it could get a bit of a pump, though. So we put it in this tight channel. And I suggested, we're in an ascending triangle. We looked at the 15-minute, and the 15-minute wanted to dump on our face. And so I said, this doesn't look good. Can the 15-minute just stay inside of my flag? That's all I need. I said, can the 15-minute just respect the flag? And so far, look at it. What a beautiful trend line it made and stayed inside despite the treachery of the night. And what I'm showing you right now, which is very, very interesting, is a diamond pattern. That's definitely forming a reversal diamond. This thing's getting ready for its move back to the upside. The reversal diamond to the upside for Bitcoin. Back to my green box. This is what we're hoping for. Can it happen? You never know. We're going to look at the other indicators and everything else around and break it down. But this looks like a move that could possibly happen to the upside. So far, we must get, what has to happen? Let's break this down. So we're in a bit of a diamond. Diamonds are reversal patterns. This is a diamond if you ask me. You can ask somebody else. They'll tell you different, maybe. But if you ask me, this is a diamond. And this diamond looks like it's likely to break to the upside. I like what I'm seeing for the diamond. So when we go closer and we look here, we got a green bar stopping us from moving to the upside. This green bar is tight as a tiger here. And we had resistance. We came back for more with more resistance. Unable to get above the zone. This is troublesome for Bitcoiners and people that love Bitcoin. We can't get above this level. This level is 22,500. We're unable to break back above 22,500. We had a triple bottom here. We defended 22,150. We got to the value area low on the VRVP here. On the 15-minute time frame, we battled the lows. We bounced back into the good zone. We got a bunch of good action there. Where do we go from here? Well, there's a gap in the VRVP, demanding a demand zone higher up, back at 23,145. I'm expecting a move back up there. This is the low. This is now finally possibly the higher low, as we thought this could have been it, but they decided to trounce everybody with that very strange move in the middle of the night, or late at night. I mean, we were live streaming together during the weekly screen share. It was good to be together during that, at least. And we were able to find the bottom that night. I found the divergence that stopped the pain. Insanity. So we need Bitcoin to 22,005. So here's the deal. Yeah, that's exactly. First things first. You got to get a candle above this zone. You got to get a candle above my green line there, or yellow line. I'm sorry, as someone pointed out, as I called it green. Looks green to me, but is it yellow? Is this yellow or green, everybody? I'll say, he says yellow. I think he was right. Yellow bar. So Bitcoin must break back above my green bar. It's first thing. That's like step one going up the stairs. The doctor says you can't walk ever again. You at least have to walk, like shuffle a leg first, and then you can begin to possibly defy, what everyone told you. I don't know what made me say that, but you know what I mean? It's like that idea that you can't walk a mile till you step a first step. So Grello. It's Grello. Thank you, Wiztree. We're going to call it Wisetree. We're going to call it Grello from now on. God bless you. Mellow Yellow. Looking good, Sammy. Shout out to Jeffrey Anderson. Mellow Yellow. Is the shirt blue or gray, baby? Shout out to Druid Crypto Emery, my man in the house. God bless you and yours, my friend. God bless you. I was actually going to tell you there's a shade of green in that, but it's just more of yellow. Shout out to Lakochi Coker in the house. God bless you, brother. Sammy Copenhagen, guns and loaded to the upside. Shout out to Ronnie Stroud, ticker CPH. If anyone knew if this is a safe coin, we have no idea. Don't tell us if you're not sure. Can you check on Magic? I checked on it the other day, took a nice dump. Has a good, Fibonacci level. Just call me Mellow Yellow. Keep giving us the good news, lifers. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Magic about to pump. We're going to look at Magic in a second. Thank you for bringing up the knowledge and the news. So, Bitcoin in a bit of a diamond here. Can it get back above the zone at 22,500 is the question. That's my first stop before we can make a bit of a move. Bigger idea here is we're in the bigger falling wedge. We tracked this falling wedge when it first came out. We have it locked in here on the 33-minute. Up, down, up, down. It's at the bottom, possibly a higher low in the trend. High, low, higher low. We need a higher high to remain bullish. Bitcoin must break back above this area. We got to get a Bitcoin high here. This is the measured move. If we take wick to wick here and give it a bit of a line, this is the measured move. The measured move would take us up to 26,290. That's the level that I'm looking at closely. Also, if we got above this point of control here, when we bring it in close, if we got above this point of control, the ball would bounce to the value area high, and we would get all the way up to this upside. It would make complete sense, and it would go with my consensus in which and how I trade. On the bigger idea, if we shrunk it down back to that 1 hour time frame, even the 4 hour time frame, we see that there is this beautiful gap in the VRVP that also conveys a bit of a move here. I guess I got to go to the daily. And it's hard to see, but you have to be a veteran of the VRVP. But the way this is see this? That's a gap. And when I bring in price action here and bring it down, you can see that we're going to have this hump here. What's very interesting to me is this trail all the way up to the next hump. Just keeps saying, it keeps whispering something to me. Maybe not now, but whenever we get there, that 30 to 39,000 move is going to be a lot faster than people realize. The candles are red and green. The box is yellow, but you call it green. Do your green boxes appear to be the same shade as the green candles? I'm colorblind, but no. And if you disrespect me or discriminate me again, I'm going to have to call, the Colorblind Awareness Center and get all my buddies, my colorblind brothers and sisters together, and we're going to have a long talk about respect, all right? So I would like it if you would leave my people alone. Sam, you're too much, man. Long the fear. Shout out to, let's not beat around the bush. If you do it again, yo, come on, man. Don't go that far. That's crazy. That's Jesus, man. That one needs to be yikes, man. I think we have to yikes, man. The Colorblind Awareness Center. Thank you for giving us the power. We need to hurry and fill the CME gap. So, look how disgusting this looks on the 4 hour time frame. It looks horrible. It's literally just a bunch of muckamoo. That's what I call muckamoo. And it's been hard to leverage trade in that mess. That's a muckamoo right there. A muckamoo is just price action that gives you no direction too much. Battles it out. Look at how the RSI. What is I've never seen this. What is that? What is that? Let's take a look at this. What is that? That is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. Now, it's a slight divergence, and I don't even know. It's gross. So anyway, the 4 hour looks absolutely horrible. All right? Absolutely, positively, conditionally, just altogether, just blah. I got it like this. Bear flag wants to dump to the downside, but it doesn't mean it has to. Anything could happen. Can we hold that? Can we hold this level here? See? We put in a little local support and control. Support and resistance here. Resistance. Bounce. Can we use this as a bounce area here, right? Boom. We've wicked off of it and hold the zone. That's what we're looking for. All right? Only time will tell. I'm not impressed by the high 4 hour time frame that could take a nice boom dump to the downside and take us all the way back to here. Knock out this low, make a lower high, and start a downtrend and just really kill this whole vibe that we could make a move up. And you got to be ready for this. This is something that could definitely happen with the Jerome Powell. He could come out, people will think 0.5, bunch of fear, and that's what we would need. And we could get pushed back down to the $18,000 level, $21,000, and get a nice place to. It would be a really nice place to jump on in, though, for sure. I could have drawn a circle around that mess and called it an Ursel Park. If you look at the week, we have a very small bearish divergence on the RSI. Being colorblind is perfectly fine. You're better, man. When you read LIFER's testimonials, you'll know you're in the right place. Don't miss out. Join the 99. Thank you for saying that, Sammy. Tay always on point for the LIFERs. Shout out to my man, PS4. So, the 4-hour does not look good. It looks like we could take a blast to the downside. I have to say this. I'm 7 for 7 on these. Insurance short. All right? In case a little bit of a shorty. Stop loss above this previous zone, right? And the ride would be fast and furious to the downside here. Stop loss, move down. You'd get your 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio, which would, pan out here. Risk 1.94 to gain 6.35, and you could do whatever type of leverage you feel on that. I wouldn't do any. Maybe I'd do up to 3L. 3L leverage on a leverage token, possibly get about 6.5% gains. And what you do is you juxtapose the idea here. Looking at this BNC as it's falling down to the downside here. Bid for us. A little too low budget for me, though. Market cap's just a little, but it is hitting the 0.5. Can it come? Can it continue down to the 0.618? I would like to see that. I don't care about it, so I just wait patiently. If it is the 618, I might think about it. Don't love these coins. Treat them like a piece of, treat them like a piece of, a can going down the street, an aluminum can, like nothing. Unless you really care about it and it's a long-term hold, treat these cans like a piece of nothing out here. These coins do not love you, do not love them back. They're VC dumps and all sorts of other nonsense that could happen. Shout out to the hardest working man of the business, Sammy Cup-and-Addy. Just got 0.25 Bitcoin. I know it's not a lot, but it feels great. Are you kidding me? You know how many people in the world will never own 0.25 BTC? Like, you will be in the top 10, I think 4 to 5% of people in the world of Bitcoin owners, 0.25%. Shout out to Luis Galejos. God bless you, Luis, for jumping on in for the 0.25 BTC. I see you, baby. I see you. That is a huge thing to have, man. Blessings on you, man. Blessings. Yes. Another person understands the concept of protecting their wealth long term. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. Don't do things you see people do on YouTube or any other place online. All right? I'm simply just showing you my life, talking about how I use Fibonacci, falling wedges, support and resistance, and, the 5 MAs. And also, when it comes down to it, if you would like this sauce, if you like what I'm doing, you could jump on in and take the class with me every Tuesday from 3 to 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. That's New York City time. Don't waste time. Jump into the class. $60 if you're already in the trading group. $100 if you just want to dip your toe into the water, see what it's like to be with me off camera. When we're together, we're quiet. It's a Zoom. It's a completely different feeling. And I can teach you what goes on in my mind and give you a PowerPoint that gives you a 6 points to, 9-point checklist to how I get into trades. We'll teach you risk management, which you need to have because so many people don't have any risk management at all. We'll show you so many things, the ins and outs of what I'm looking for when I get in and get out of a trade and more. I can't wait to see you there. 2.5 hours that'll blow your mind from 3 to 5:30 this Tuesday. Jump on in today. Link in the description below. All right. So yes, moving forward. Moving forward, as a man might say here in New England. Moving forward. EOC, funny, getting a little bit of a move. HAKA stops below. Our stop definitely got hit there in the melee. CTI on the radar finally got a bit of a move there, but just a little too low for me on the point. Earth, nothing really on the radar making huge gains today. That was amazing. DSLA was really the big winner for us this weekend, in my humble opinion. DSLA really the nice mover. And it begins to hit the first take profit and continue to the upside. Almost about to hit the second one. Or no, the first one. Second one's up here. But DSLA, man, up nicely, doing damage to the market. Up 40% and holding gains DSLA, baby. DSLA. Bang. Shebang bang. Hey, Sam, my super chat was skipped last night. Could you look at REVU tonight? REVU. Let's take a look at it right away. May God bless you. So it looks like I had a bit of a chat on it here. Very small. Might take some time. REVU, right? It's got this falling wedge here. All right. Bit of a cup and handle in a way for an old, It's got a cup. Can it get handled? Is it a cup that we can handle is the question. That's so corny. I'll never do that again. Look at this falling wedge, though. A bounce and a bounce and a bounce. Perfect resistance. Bounce here. We got, you get your third high or low in a row, so then you can make that a trend line too as well. So, you're looking at REVU. Let's take a look at it on the bigger time frames. The 2-day chart is beat to the ground. That's what you want to see. You don't want to see that up high. That looks pretty good to me. Saying, hey, this could be a good place to load the zone. The daily chart looking absolutely scrumptious in a bit of a falling wedge here. That could make a move. At least here for its first take profit idea. 42%. Let's see the 22%. Yeah, and that needs to come on down or curve. 4 hours coming back to the downside. 1 hour stretch, not too bad. Even though the 1 hour's in a bit of a flag here, see? That could bounce to the upside. We're watching the flag here on REVU. Tiny coin, though. Let's take a look at this thing for a second. I think it's a little too small for me. But maybe not. Let's take a look. Yeah, but $2.2 million market cap be easy. Not the worst. It could be worse, but it's definitely small. It's on KuCoin. Interesting. What do they do? Crypto REVU. Subscribe, control, and pay with crypto. With common practice, the deceptive small print, free trial, user attraction. REVU token. They get all this media. They say they've done all this. They got a pretty big team. Seems like they're they got an app and stuff. Hey, they may get pretty big. I don't know why I'm just I've just seen so much of this before. It's okay, I get it. Hey, you never know. Can REVU make 40% gains? Possibly. Small coin may have to wait. Liquidity is tight. Just be easy. REVU. 1 hour time from the looks all right. Just doesn't call my name for whatever reason. May make the move though. Doesn't call my name. Regarding KAVA, if the daily chart is showing LL on the price and the same LL on the lower OS, but lower high, same high OS on the 4 hour, then it's likely bullish divergence or hidden bearish. What is OS? Low OS? SPX futures are pumping. Let's take a look at ES1. S&P futures. Nice boom to the upside, and I talked about it getting into the green box. We did it. We got to the place that we had to get to. Let's make a big clap. We called the bullish divergence on world markets. All right. If you remember, I called the bottom of world markets back here in October. I said we will have a reversal here on one of these bullish divergences here. And this here, swing down. And in October 10th or 12th here somewhere, called this bottom of the world. And you could actually go back to my video. I'm going to use it for the rest of my life. And show I called world market bullish move back to the upside. So far, that has been the bottom of the market. Doesn't mean it will be guaranteed, but now we got this beautiful cup and handle. Look at this cup and handle on the S&P. Sammy cup and handy number 2 or number 3. Back above 4,000. That's a big deal for the S&P as we open up Monday and we start to get ready. S&P back inside the green zone. That's what we want to see. About to get a golden cross coming on that 1 hour time frame. Isn't an M here, not the best, but hey, price action booming to the upside. We got the move out this little bitty flag here, and it got busy. Had to break back above these resistances, had to make a new high. It did that. Had to make above this so important high volume node and get back above to this point of control. There's a point of control here if you bring in all the price action. See that? Nice big hefty point of control that we got back above for the S&P. So Beautiful move right now. I like what I'm seeing. And this was my green box all along, super, or yellow box, so sorry, whatever box you want to call it. But super important that we got inside the zone. This was my level. Why? Because previous resistance needs to become previous support to be able to move back to the upside. All right. Someone says, can you look at Access Protocol? Let's take a look at ACS, Access Protocol. It's got $134 million market cap. Not bad. 0075 on the move. Reinventing content monetization. Offers a new model monetization layer for all digital content creators. I like it. On-site creators can paywall and enable premium content to their supporters. Axios, CoinPost. I like it. The Block, CoinGecko. Quick and easy, tells you what they do. Subscriptions reimagined. ACS through the creator pool. 2% fee, ecosystems. And that woo-woo. I mean, it's interesting. Quick and easy, down and dirty website, I'll give you that. Offers a new way for digital media publications and content creators to monetize their work. There's a few people in the space, right? There's the O's coin or Ooze coin or something like that. It's on KuCoin, ACS. Let's take a look at ACS. So we got our Bitcoin idea here. We're going to come back to Bitcoin. I'm not done. We got the weekly candle close. We got so much more to do for Bitcoin. I'm just, cutting into some of this idea here. We got ES1 too. We're not done with that either. We got a bunch of stuff to go over. So 99 was all over Caspa, mad gains. We took it for gains. Blessed to be here, feeling the beautiful energy. Can you look at Dojalon? Thank you so much for the love. Shout out to Ryan Holder. God bless you, man. Send in the super chats for TA deep dives to support the stream. LIFER gives his knowledge 7 days a week to build and teach the LIFER family worldwide. God bless you, CNC Ireland, for the love. Shout out to everybody here on the Sunday night. Shout out to LIFER friend. Shout out to everybody just pumping through. LIFER, do we have a daily hidden bullish for Bitcoin? Yes, we do. I've been talking about that too as well. Thank you for the love. Would you add Nano Coin to your donation list of coins? Let's skip that middleman who takes the fee for transactions. Would you add Nano Coin for a list of... Yeah, we could add Nano. I think I could do it possibly right away. I remember you asking me this all day. The Nano wallet that I got, there's still money in that wallet. God bless you. When I sell that wallet for so much money, I'm going to take you to some type of we're going to have to do something cool. I mean, from day one, man. Shout out to the 1999 super chat, man. God bless you. Luis Galejos, thank you so much for the love too as well. Everybody, thank you so much. God bless you all. So, REVU wasn't my fave. What were we about to jump into here? I got to add Nano. I will. Because you said so. For the CBAC, Sweaty Dave, the Colorblind Awareness Center. Shout out to CBAC. Shout out to Sweaty Dave. We were getting sweaty the other night here on the live stream, and I said, where's Sweaty Dave when you need him? And then I saw you today. I was like, Sweaty Dave, baby. Sweaty Dave. Super chats. Casper, let's take a look at ACS. That's what we were about to look at. My man was on point. Thank you for the love. Shout out to Crypto Google and Michael Castillo. Michael was on point. So we're looking at Access Protocol. Took a dump all the way to the downside. Tried to pump back up. It's at basically a half a penny and half of that of a half a penny, right? 22-hour really doesn't give you much, but it does say it's oversold. 4-hour also says, hey, you've come up to an area of resistance for whatever reason, even though there's really not much going on. This thing came up and just got completely sold off. I really don't know what's going on with it, It's trying to build out of this move here on the 1 hour inside of a bit of a, I guess an ascending triangle, which is the 50-50 shot. It could break to the downside, but I mean, high risk, high reward. It's finally made its first higher highs in a long time and higher low in a long time. Look at this. I mean, dump. First higher low in a long time. Second higher low. Two higher lows in a row. It's got to make a higher high, right? It's got to break back above this zone. So honestly, if it got above here, that would be a really money idea possibly. But again, I don't like deep diving the lowest low on a totem pole. But again, 2 or 3 weeks from now, watch this thing be up huge. Sorry, I got an itch on my shin. You ever have that? But 3 weeks from now, this thing could be up absolutely huge. It definitely could be just booming. So we'll keep it on the radar. We'll think about it. And it'll be something we definitely look out for. ACS, Access Protocol. All right, Access Protocol. So that's a really cool thing. Yeah, and then we got this, the fact that we got the red moving up towards the line. We got that golden cross. It is just a 1 hour golden cross. Not amazing. But hey, it's really all you have to go on such an early coin. The 4 hour says you're going to dump to the downside. So really all you have is this 1 hour to kind of play around with. Hey, there's a possible move in the 1 hour. I'm not a huge fan, though. It's not my flavor. Watch it go up anyway, regardless. But hey, ACS access protocol, right? So, I mean, the market cap ain't too shabby at 134 million. That's still a small cap. That's what people don't realize. Has a Solana address, too. So at least it has something more going for it. Might bring in some ecosystem Solana people. Sam, I swear I had an itch on my shot right when you said mine was the left. You're funny. If she's sweating, then she's dead. You're funny. Okay, don't sweat the petty stuff and don't pet the sweaty stuff. I know, that was funny, right? Yeah, baby. And my pick of the week that I've been, the pick of the coin that I've been stalking all week long. Everybody knows my baby of the week or my baby of the day, whatever it is, until it does what it should do or maybe get stomped on. You never know. But ES1, let's take a look here. 1 hour does want to come down and give it back, but it's so high above the zone. I like what we're doing here. And we got into where we needed to be. This was the safety zone. We never got here. I would have said, hey, no goots. No goots. And let's take a look here. Does this pop continue? Let's take a look at our smaller time frames. In a bit of a flag here on the 7-minute. This thing could actually start to get busy tonight. And we're going to take a look at is the DXY. We want to see if it continued down that channel that I've been waiting for. I'm actually very excited. Who's excited to see the DXY? Who's excited to see the DXY, baby? And I'm delaying the big move. Is it gray or is it gray? Gray or gray? Whatever color you see. I know that's what I'm saying, Stack. Clean gray suit. Is it gray or gray? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. I felt gray this morning. I was trying to blend in as a gray man. Shout out to I wanted to look like the background. I wanted to look like the background. Shout out to everybody here on the live. So ES1 on the 7 here could make a bit of a move. We're going to watch that thing closely to see what happens there. It could happen, could it? You never know. We want to see some lovely fire, though. That would be amazing, right, if this continues. But at least the 1 hour, we're going to watch the 1 hour make a bit of a flag here. We'll continue the flag as it progresses. It should hit the 21-day moving average, so price action should mellow out a little bit. That's what happens 90% of the time, so that's what should happen again here to the ES1. That's my style. That's what we're going for. All right. Thank you for the video. Shout out to Peter Eckel. I sent you S&P call clip in Slack. Shout out to my man, Sean Aaron. You're the man, dude. Look how good my team is. Sean, you're such a blessing of a man. God bless everything you do, Sean. He said, I got your S&P call, Sam. Absolutely insane. We are right on the level. So just like the dollar needs to kind of get out of that level, this S&P is struggling right now. So let's take a look. The candle inside my green box. Let's that's huge. Yes, yes. No, the one I did, the one I'm talking, I'm just talking about the S&P call October 4th. That one's money though. That's money. Thank you, Sean. God bless you, brother. That's amazing. So look at this flag here. ES1 could pump all the way to 4,128.50, right? But this is, Sean is right. This is what we were talking about here. This bullish divergence. And look, this is how strong divergence is. This is why you must heed it. Most people don't pay attention. Right there. Swing down and swing down. Swing up. Told you it's time to get those buns in the oven because we were going to bake it up. You know what I mean? I don't know what I was saying there, but if I made you laugh, I hope you spit out your lemon water. Let's have a sip for that one, for your buns in the oven there. So we're going to watch this flag on ES1 and hope that it maintains. I do not like the overbought 4-hour. However, we got as high as we could. We don't want to give it all back here to the downside. We want to go mellow to the downside and get a bounce here when we reset on these stochastics. So we're going to watch this 4-hour closely. This is kind of the time frame. It's going to make or break our week on both the S&P and Bitcoin. But so far, so good. The bullish divergence did play out. It was strong on the 4-hour too. When you have strong bullish divergence, I'll tell you right now, on the 4-hour time frame, it's a big deal. That time frame really accentuates the move, and that's something that you're looking for, that strong bullish divergence in the 4-hour time frame for the move to the upside. We got back all the way here to this awesome idea here, which is the high volume node or point of control in the VRVP. You had to break that too. So you're looking for the bullish divergence to break out. Sometimes it can only get you to the resistance. You had to break through the bars. You did that. So far, so good. I'm not amazed by the 4-hour, but so far, so good for the S&P. It's a good sign. Let's take a look at our DXY and break it down because we have to every single day. So we talked about the idea that the DXY has to break down from this rising wedge. We bearishly retested it. We didn't want this to get into the yellow box. Yellow box, I switched it. Fell back down here. Got another bearish retest. We did not. I kept saying we don't want to break back inside my channel. This channel is sacred. We must keep the channel alive, and we got a bearish retest of the channel again to the downside. However, the 4-hour had all this dumpage and didn't dump, to me, as much as it could have, you know. As you start reading momentum, you get better at understanding momentum, and it's like price action should have given us a little more downward momentum. What worries me here is this is a shoulder. Or nothing worries me. What I'm looking at closely is a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder, okay? Very interesting concept here that could bring us back to the upside and get back inside the zone, come back to this resistance point. So it's, you know, I got to heed that. I'm looking at it in Bitcoin. So everything kind of getting reversed, right? Hopefully there's more downside and a little more pumpage. The 1-hour could continue the melee. But right now, you know, we're kind of flagging out here, and there's a chance that we break out of this flag to the upside. This has some cup and handle vibes, I'll tell you that. This is a bit of a cup. That's a bit of a handle, and I'm not happy saying that. You know what I mean? It's not, I'm not like, oh yeah, cup and handle in the DXY. Like, definitely a shoulder, a head, and a bit of a right shoulder here too. So, okay, we got above the zones for the S&P. Good things have happened. But we need to continue this trend. This low, this lower high, we need to go and make a lower low. The dollar has to come back down at least to this area, all right? Also on the bigger scale, remember on the 4-day, 5-day idea, this was the big resistance area, and the dollar so far has bounced off of it nicely, and that was the area that, you know, we didn't want it to hold, because if it didn't, we would have got a nice drop, and we didn't get that drop. So that's just, you know, big scale thing I just want you to see. These two resistance areas, and the dollar did bounce right there. That was a, you know, a huge area. So dollar did make the bounce. We do not want the bounce to continue. We want to see this make a dump. Now, the daily says a huge, or the 4-day says you're going to have a huge dump on the dollar soon, right? 2-day as well, 3-day as well. They're both spent, right? Daily, though, has come down. It didn't give you enough. In my opinion, the daily should have given us way more of a dump here. You even had a green candle in the middle of the dump, which is just not what you want. 22 is also meleeed in kind of, you know, at the same time, can it pump with Bitcoin? It may. Lately, they've been pumping together a couple times on and off. So we shall see. They shouldn't pump together at all, but if Bitcoin's cycle aligns and the dollar's doing whatever it wants, it is what it is. So we're going to watch these ideas closely. What we're looking for is a double top here. Bullish scenario is the double top. This makes a bit of an M pattern. The inverted head and shoulder does not break out. We begin to break down, and I want to see this rising wedge eventually win and make the 68% chance of a move back to the beginning of the channel to 102.60. But that's an in-depth dollar analysis for you. We should clip this out and put this out too. In-depth dollar analysis. Why not? Everyone wants to know about the DXY. Definitely should be a clip out idea here. Okay. All right. So there's kind of the market in a bit of a nutshell. Let's do what we do now. Let's break it down. What do I see happening tonight as I'm on the live and kind of going in? I mean, right now we're kind of getting the chop here on the 15-minute. We're in a diamond, and I'm seeing a mini diamond on the right side here, inside of the pattern. Bit of a diamond in here, too. It's got some diamond feels inside of the diamond. It's weird, right? Can that help us break out of this? This is the question. 15-minute is kind of just doing its thing. Back to BOOKMAP. Hasn't given us a lot of information here. This is the liquidity on the order book showing us how much is on Bybit, OKX, and Binance futures. So that was a glitch in the matrix. I said Bybit twice, and I was like, why? And then I had to act like I didn't. But then I was like, you got to address it. If you don't address it, people are going to think you're a bot. So I was like, dude, you got to say something. And it was strange because it felt like the Matrix when he saw the cat. So look, this could come on down here to 22,000, right? It could even go lower. We're looking for these areas, 21,006, 21,008. It does say there's more liquidity, but you know what? It's kind of soft liquidity in my mind. But hey, that's the only place that you're seeing any type of red here. So you got to go with 22K. All right. So just, again, BOOKMAP kind of cruising flat on a Sunday night. Light volatility for a Sunday night, but the second I say that, the whole market will absolutely just implode. So I wish I didn't. I hadn't have said that. All right. 77s were just flashing the second I glanced at it, of course. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate you all for being here. 492 beautiful souls, 297 likes. Man, get the likes up to the watchers. If we don't buy, the machines will sell. The machines are selling. Definitely will appreciate the help. Shout out to Dan Garwood. Shout out to Druid. And we're blue blood druids, man. You know what a druid is? A blue blood druid. Irish blue druid. The serpent race, man. So look, 22,381. Let's talk about it. So the 15-minute wants to move back to the upside. Just took a nice dump down on the momentum, but didn't lose too much on Bitcoin. And I'm going to break it down for you again in a couple ways, so don't you worry. So here's our clean idea on the 4-hour, possible short on the 4-hour time frame if we get the dump. Doesn't mean it will. We'll be looking at the smaller time frames to look for confirmation first. But so far, if this higher low doesn't hold, we will make a drop down to this area. We are in a gap in the VRVP. We got to get back above this point of control to remain bullish, which is going to give you 23,000. 23,000 is, we got to get back up there. Reminds me of max headroom. I don't know what that is. All right. Okay. I reloaded. All right. Okay, I reloaded. Let's do what we do every single week here and break it down for Bitcoin. And the weekly candle close. Shout out to everybody here on the Bitcoin of the weekly candle close. Let's break down what we're seeing here and do it without batting an eyelash. Let's shout out to the lovers of life, everybody here. Remove our drawings. Look back. I have a light head for sure. And let's talk about the Bitcoin in the weekly close and what happened to that candle. All right. When we look at the candle, what are we looking at? We're looking right here. It opened at $23,556.83. The high was $23,999.99. That's insane. Just right above 24K. Couldn't get there. The low is $21,988. So $21,988 just below 22K. And we closed at $22,432.69 on the week, down $1,124.14, down 4.77% on the 77 there. So that was your weekly candle, and already your next weekly candle closing down to the downside. Let's talk about weekly support and resistance. Let's break down the weekly. Let's see. Weekly VRVP. We made our gap back up to the zone, right? Bitcoin boomed up after the nasty drop down. It was horrible. It was crazy. It was the SPF and just everything just collapsing. The markets just took a beat down. We bounced back from that very, enough. 10, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 weeks later, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 weeks later, which I was going to say, which is weird. 10 weeks later, we bounced back to the upside. 10 weeks. Feels like yesterday, right? All this happened so fast. I was in Hollywood, Miami. I was in Hollywood, Florida when this happened. Boom. I'll never forget it. And then this gap in the VRVP here. Back to the upside, right? This gap here. Making this move and then getting back up into this zone. So now we're entering into this big gap. And this is something that I'm looking at too as well. So it's just, here's our main resistance area. It's clear as day on the weekly chart. Call it like 24K, whatever you want, but it's 24,000. We got to get above 24,000. We got to close a weekly candle above this area here on the weekly chart. We got to get up in here. So you got to see a weekly candle up in the zone to remain bullish. That's like the trend. That's where the trend needs to go. All right. Got this interesting trend line here I'm going to draw that we're somewhat still respecting. If we lose it, we will take I bet it's basically a Fibonacci Gann fan, on the back end. I'll talk about that on another time, but bounce here, right? Let me readjust a little bit. But so you got this weekly diagonal support that's been holding pretty strong. Okay. If this trend line continues to hold, you got yourself like somewhat of an ascending triangle that just broke out and broke back inside. All right. You also have kind of what I'm looking at in, which I really haven't seen many people truly discuss, but possible to me is kind of like a complex inverted head and shoulder here that could make a big move to the upside. And that also measured move would really kind of coincide with the gap area that I'm looking at here. And it could get even into the $34,000 level. So, and I'm not saying this is guaranteed to happen. We could dump all the way down. I'm also open-minded to the idea that we could double bottom here. We break this, but you know what? I'll take it day by day. And I always tell everybody, we'll be back tomorrow morning. Then I do an update in the afternoon. Then I do an update at night. Then I'm back the next morning. Then I'm back the next morning. And then I do 7 days a week. And if Bitcoin's here, then we'll be here. If Bitcoin's there, then we'll be there. Like, I will show you the bear flag or the bull flag or the idea. And no matter what, we will be the channel that shows you what's happening, regardless of the market. So have no fear. Come here every single day to get the juice, get the sauce, and become a lifer today. God bless you, and I'll see you hopefully tomorrow on the live stream if this is your first time jumping on in. Sip of that lemon water to keep us going. On this Sunday night, getting ready for Monday morning. And this way, once you do all this, you're ready. You wake up tomorrow morning, and the market doesn't sideswipe you in the face. I mean, it still can. It's false move Monday, but you have more of an idea. At least if you do get sideswiped, where Bitcoin's likely to go. All right, well, here's my low areas. Here's my high areas. I've identified them, right? I've looked at my weekly. I've looked at my, monthly, all this fun stuff. So our next weekly support has held so far, which is very nice, which is where we had these two candles closing here, right there, and these two candles kind of bouncing off that area. And that's going to give us 21,000, about 800, which is very strong weekly support. We even kind of came down and tried to wick to it, but we bounced so far. So the weekly shows, some sign of support here. Now, if we lose that, the weekly will challenge the 20,900 area. And if we lose that, it does look like we could drop into this chop. We're looking at that 19,100, I'll always remember that area that we battled, because we battled it so many times, went up and down on that point of control. And then, all the way back to a giant, could we ever dare say a giant, like I just said, but a giant double bottom. That would still propel us to some big highs eventually to the upside, right? So, ideas to consider on the weekly chart, all right? We look at the weekly stochastics. They are a bit oversold, overbought, and they're telling us that we could get a massive dump to the downside. This is also a bit of an M pattern, is it not? And M's break to the downside, even though if it is a bit of a higher high. No true bearish divvy there, which we would like to have seen. Is there a hidden bearish? This swings down. That swings down as well. From here, yeah, that's an uptrend. That's a flat line. It's a kind of a bearish divvy. It's a hidden bearish divvy on the weekly in a way, I have to say. It's a slight, but it's there. So that's, isn't that a scary thought? RSI, not in the best place, But what I've said before is, when the weekly was high here, and I'm not saying this is going to happen, I'm just saying we have to consider all possibilities. So I'm being open-minded to show you here where the weekly was high, same idea, but, even the RSI, but we got a massive pump to the upside. So anything could change. We get the right news, and things can happen that are pretty wacky. Some crazy news, too, that I want to talk about today in the news segment, and that brings me 9:09. I would like to jump into the news real quick and give you some news. So I'm going to jump on into the news and jump on, let me finish. You're like, he's all over Bitcoin in the news. There's something I really want to talk about that's important that I almost can't wait. So weekly could make a dump here. Don't be surprised if we could make our way here or here, right? The weekly would take us down pretty far, very likely. So now what's interesting, you could have your high, you could have your low, your high, higher low. And that could end up being the trend technically. So you could have your low, your high, your higher low, your higher high, your higher low. And that could definitely end up being the trend as well. Just something to consider. You know what I mean? Just something to consider. And I like to look at all possibilities with each and every one of you. A lot of times I'm on the live and together we find these together. We kind of deep dive together. We kind of let our hair out, so to speak. I'm not worried about being right or wrong. I'm just here to explore with people that love exploration and love. And I'm here to use love, which is the strongest frequency, and just get it done. So, the weekly doesn't look amazing. I got to give you that. All right. 2-week chart also into these high points. We'd need an anomaly move. The monthly, however, looks pretty good. And every time the monthly has made a move like this, it has been pretty substantial for Bitcoin, pretty close to a bottom. I'm happy I bought as much as I can, and I'm still going to continue to buy. Anywhere between 16 and 22,000, I believe, is a steal of a deal. And pat yourself on the back if you're loading up right now, because years from now, we're going to look back on this and we're going to laugh, Remember, I always caution everybody. Remember, we pumped up hard. And there was a time when this was the biggest thing in the chart. And we were here like, could we ever make an all-time high? Can we ever make an all-time high? And we had never broken this high. And now this high became so small. I'm telling you, there's going to be a time right now where like, will we ever make this high? There's going to be a time, a couple years from now. And remember, that was 2017. It's now been 6 years. 6 years from now, all right? It's 2029. This is going to be like this, and Bitcoin's going to be chilling up somewhere here. And this is going to be like, and people are going to be like, and we're going to be in some bear market on the low at like 100 or 90 grand, and everyone's going to be like, what is the low, And so just put things into perspective for yourself. Look at this and really think. Let's tweet this and say, remember where you are. People will love this. Remember where you are. Best time to get in for me. Bitcoin. Remember where you are. Best time to get in for me. How about you? Remember where you are. Just putting things in perspective for the Bitcoin chart. And no trading view picture with the chart? Oh, that's lame. What happened there? Did I not grab the right image? What happened over here? You're going to look back 6 years from now in 2029 and realize, hey, what was I thinking? I got caught up in the emotions of the nonsense. So look, they wicked us down on the 15. It tried to hold position. We're going to jump into Bitcoin before we get out of here too. But it's a Sunday night. It's a little different than a normal Bitcoin idea. I just want you to understand that. Sunday night, we have like so much we got to clean up the week. We have a lot to go over on a Sunday night. The stock is AI on Monday is the play. The stock went up $7 on Friday. Meme stock right here. Maybe, man. Thank you for shilling, but we're not into the shilling, man. I appreciate it. We're into hardcore work, doing TA and just getting down to brass tacks and making it happen, right? So the one thing in our favor right now is the daily. The daily's oversold. But again, the daily could be this low here, look. And we still had a nasty dump. So down here, big momentum moves can happen. To the downside, up here, big momentum's happen. Below and above the dotted line, I still see, just because it is reversal areas doesn't mean you still can't get a massive move down. So we looked at our bigger ideas, right? And I'm okay with what we've seen. All right? I'm okay with what we've seen. I'm going to get rid of the diamonds for now because they bother me and where I look, but they're diamonds and they're set in stone. And people know what they are and they're there and I can draw them back at any moment. I could even just put them back and then delete them hide them. I probably will just group them out. So what do I see happening today? This is one I just want to talk about, like into tonight, because everyone's like, well, there's every once in a while I say, I don't know, I'll be honest. And I try, but what I attempt to do is show you what the charts show me. Honestly, I keep going. It's funny, even though I got rid of it, I keep going back to the diamond here and saying, hey, the diamond's our hope of a reversal back to the upside. So I would like to wake up tomorrow morning just somewhere in here, going sideways. That's beautiful. 15 minutes suggests that we will get the bounce now and hopefully stay in the zone. So, and if we bearishly retest and we start to drop, we're going to make a nasty drop to the downside. And I can show you. There's my target. And it's likely we continue lower to the next bigger zone. And that tells me it's 21,000. And we would drop, nice, $1,300 for Bitcoin. Little stop along the way at 21.5. Of course, that's psychological mid-range. But yeah, I'm looking for a move to the downside here to possibly 21K for Bitcoin. So my prediction and projection is the idea is that we go sideways throughout the night for Bitcoin. We look up tomorrow somewhere in the zone. And hopefully we reset, enough on the 1 hour, which we are right now, which is actually pretty nice, which gives us at least a move back up, And your best case scenario for the 1 hour is right now we're getting oversold. It somehow miraculously defies. It's in this flag here, see? Kind of this here, and it breaks up somehow, some way, Unlikely, but it breaks this high and gets to that measure move 22,006 and the 1 hour rips. It could happen, right? I'm just showing you the different pathways of the TA. So this flag could break us out to the upside. Based off this bullish divergence, that should be your low too. And you should start to kind of make a bigger high after this and crawl on out. We're looking for the move. Remember, we're bringing you back to Binance where this is where the live stream began. You're like, whoa, he just took my mind on this traveling journey, and now we zoom back in, and we're not bullish unless we close a daily candle back inside the yellow box at 23,161. So for tonight, I see us going sideways on the 15-minute, and I hope that the 1 hour can get a move back to the upside. The 4 hour is not in my favor, and honestly, if you look at the 4 hour, it looks like we could just take a nasty dump to the downside. So BTC USD here, the all-time history index on the 4 hour time frame. We've been looking at this short, and this is the possible idea here is this short that we're just going to take a bear move down to 20,900. So that's the insurance short with the stop loss above 22,857. If we start to go sideways and break a move up and even get to this line, we can close it and we can switch long, or even just wait for us to get above this and switch long. Doesn't mean it's guaranteed, but I am 7 for 7 every time I mention one. I'm pissed that I even mentioned it, but I hope this one I don't hit. I hope this short does not play out. But this is an idea for anyone that likes to short the market. This is what I'm looking at. I don't know what you're looking at. I would love to find out. So share with me your idea for BTC. Do you think this short will play out? What do you think? And honestly, I'm watching smaller time frames for confirmation first. I want to see, I'm basically projecting the fact that we could still go sideways on the 15-minute inside this diamond pattern and kind of this weird trend line that I'm bounce. See this trend line that we got. I added this flag at the last minute. It's a bit much. We'll see what happens. All right. This one right here on the 1 hour time frame. So, and that's my Bitcoin update, everybody, for the night. In case you kind of need a reference or a frame of idea there, right? Okay, let me jump back into the super chats in case I missed anything. It's a blessing watching Sammy. It seems TA can't just be taught, but needs to be caught in some regards. It's an art. It's very true. Can you look at GALA? $60, I'll pay for that. Yes, $60 for the class. I'm telling you right now, you will love it and remember it for the rest of your life. I'm telling you. So many people have so much to say about it. Amen. You know. Thoughts on Kadena in flux. Thank you for your time, Sam. Shout out to Hypnotize, my man. If the whales decide to bust through the bears, can it all change, Sam? Anything can happen, baby. Anything can happen. I meant RSI for my KAVA divergences question, bro. CSPR. Let's take a look at Casper. But that got us through the weekly candle close. We took care of that as well. So Casper, remember when I said act like it, if it's broken out of a pattern, act like it could break out again. And it did it again and then came right back, did the same thing again. These are cat ears, a double top here. Kind of strange, but that might be our fifth or sixth, Sammy cup of handy here possible. And it's retesting oversold in the 4 hour. You would expect a bounce just like we got one last time. Pretty weird how it keeps hitting, but now it's back above the point of control, hitting the point of control, oversold in the 4 hour, oversold in the 22, coming down on that daily. In the 1 hour, I mean, this looks like it could make bacon on the beach. I like this. This thing looks pretty good to me. Casper looks money. Still taking it light after that Bitcoin crash, kind of watching the market. Not overloading the charts until things kind of start to fill out. I want to see volume make sense again. I want to see a few charts, begin to kind of fill themselves back into motion. I mean, bit of a cup of nail pie, not really even. I wouldn't even call it one because it's just so much of a, jagged edge. But the idea here is, it is a ascending triangle that broke out, coming back down, and you're oversold on multiple time frames and retesting support and resistance areas. You could even draw a mini fib here, and you're coming back down into the golden pocket. So I like what I'm seeing here for Casper. And I wouldn't be surprised if it did get a bit of a move to the upside to its first initial 22% gain. So Casper's on the radar for the night. Oversold on multiple time frames. 1 hour 22, daily coming down. If anything out there, it looks pretty good to me. But again, what do I know? I'm just a guy who trades on TradingView every single 5 seconds of the day. Doesn't mean I know a dang thing. It's a blessing watching Sammy. God bless you, Joe Custer, in the life. Dang, he misses my super chat. Dar Garwood did not miss your super chat. We will get to every super chat in the house. I'm at KAVA divergence question, bro. Casper. I don't know what you're asking about KAVA. I'm at RSR, bro. My bad. Regarding KAVA. If the daily chart is showing LL on the price, lower low, and the same low RSI. Yeah, but the lower high in the same. See, I'm a visual learner, man. I can't. I'm like, I have problems. And then it takes too much time, and then I'm like, if the daily chart is showing a lower low on price and the same low RSI, but lower high and same high RSI on the 4 hour, then it's like, see, I don't know. I don't understand. I don't get. I'm not as smart as you think I am, man. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'll read it one more time, but if the daily chart is showing a lower low on the price, see, I got to draw this out while I talk to you. I'm a visual learner. For me, everything is visual. I can't, it's hard for me to take your words and I don't get it yet. If the daily chart is showing a lower low on price, so here's the price, you got a lower low on the price. And the same low on the RSI. So the daily chart, same low. But lower high and same high RSI, but a lower high and same high on the R. Yeah, I'm still you got me complete. Even now I don't get it. I can't. I'm sorry, man. I did my best, bro. I appreciate it. I don't understand. I don't get it. Maybe someone can help you in the chat, and they'll help you. Look, even my head admin dude said, I don't get it either. But maybe we're wrong, man, and we love you. And people always get pissed at me. They get mad at me when I don't understand something. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm looking at KAVA chart. Let's take a look at KAVA here. So he's saying if the daily has a higher low, all right, but the 4-hour is showing a lower high, like this. I mean, which is that what he says? I'm What about Kadena? It's a math problem. A train leaves Chicago. I know, right? 2 trains, one leaving at the... Can you just look at KAVA and said, Sam's a bot, and you need to type your question in code. Yeah, I don't understand, like, human... Look, this KAVA, falling wedge, it's attempting to make a bottom and a higher low here on KAVA, but this thing got slammed, right? Interesting. I'd wait for it to get back above. See, I'm a safe trader, like a low-risk guy. I don't like to be too risky now. Before, I was the riskiest person in the world when it came to trading, but now, I got out of the rat race. I don't want to risk my bag anymore. Now I want to continue just to grow the bag. So, it's what happens. You get out and you don't want to, Shout out to Lifer Friend in the house. Shout out to Lazarus Hand. Shout out to Karen Dale. Shout out to Joker NYC, David Ryan. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Is that Dave Ryan, man? God bless you, Dave. I hope everything's well. How is Kadena doing? It's my dark horse for the tokens. Shout out to OMAC, my man. God bless you, my brother. Is that Leland in there? Haro Urbawan. Yo, yo, yo. Shout out to After Hours Investing. Shout out to Abdominal Bread Man, Spaghetti Ragnetti. God bless you, Dan. Thank you. My man Leland. OMAC, baby. Shout out to Sam for being always with us and sharing his knowledge. Shout out to Hypnotize, my man. God bless Urbawan. Shout out to Tim313. Shout out to everybody here. Shout out to David Ryan, Sudeep Rouser, After Hours, Alex Smart, Stack McChange in the house, CNC Ireland, and all my awesome team. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for bringing the love. We got the energy every single time of the day. It doesn't matter if it's Sunday night, Monday morning. I can't wait to be back Monday morning and blast the week ahead. We did so many amazing things last week. We called Bitcoin multiple times. It was an amazing week. If I could redo the production of last week, this week, my goodness. Came out with the AI video. We did the interviews. We did it all. We were on ATB. We will be on ATB again this Thursday. Awesome, awesome banner that we have too for it. Let me find that thing if I can find it. There it is. ATB banner down there on the right every single Thursday this month of March at 5 p.m. Can't wait to see you there. 5 p.m. If you like what you're seeing today, come and support the Lifer on ATB, baby, this Thursday at 5 p.m. And we can clip that out too, team. We could clip that out and just pump that around. That could be something we just push out onto the socials because it just helps more people see ATB and it just helps the whole entire crypto community. Boom. Great crew, best crew, but some raspy cut on a. Funny. Amazing week. Can't wait. All you need to do, Druid Crypto Emery, all you need to do is keep the love alive and eventually the most love wins every single time. So you just keep the love going, baby. Sammy, I didn't mean that about Meet Kevin and you last night. I don't know what you said, man. Told my buddy to start watching you a month ago before he started leverage trading. Well, this week he learned the hard way by taking a 700% loss. Yikes. Shout out to Trevor TVA. I saw the stream of the rap. I couldn't find you, but I bet it was fire. Funny. I couldn't find you. It's so funny. It's so simple. All you have to do is Google it. Yeah, we would flood the ATB chat. Cryptocurrency is and will be the future. Shout out to Soul Jack in the house. Jeffrey Anderson, the big boy crew in the house. God bless you all. Crypto Cash back in the game. No, thank you, Crypto Cash. We're alive, baby. We're alive, man. God bless you. I bought EXP, Bitcoin. Other cry when Bitcoin was 45. When you sell, rebuy, others supposed to be dip return. I understand it's not financial advice. Shout out to my man, Giadrius NA. God bless you, man. Thank you for the super chat. $48 in chat revenue. You people are unbelievable. Thank you for the love. One thing I want to look at before I jump on out of here is total market cap for cryptocurrencies. So we had to get back inside this yellow box. We did not. That would have solidified the win, or the beginning of the win, at least given us the hope of the win. And my beautiful channel fell to the downside here. Remove the moving averages for a second. But can we still hope that possibly the trend is alive? Could possibly the trend still be alive, and could it be a 3-tap trend here? It would be a bit much, don't you think? But there's a chance. There's a chance this is what we're working with. Show me what you're working with. Show me what you're working with. So let's take a look. This is the total market cap of all of cryptocurrency. We go over it every day if we can on the live stream. So welcome. We go over Bitcoin. If you're here on my live stream, jump on in. Whether you trade stocks, whether you trade crypto, it doesn't really matter. We go over Bitcoin, the S&P futures every single day, the dollar index, heck, gold and silver now probably when it's starting to make a bit of a comeback, oil if we need to, whatever it takes. But mainly it's Bitcoin, the dollar index, and the S&P futures every day here. Those are 3 awesome assets you're going to get a great analysis on, and then we're going to pick up where we left off each day and really continue. It helps you understand the markets when you follow someone who does analysis on the same things every day at the same times, picks up where they leave off. We got the discipline to show you the way, and that's how we got here in the first place. Heavy discipline and focus constantly, right? The charts are one thing, but disciplining your mind, finding your focus, and getting yourself ready for the next level, that is a key to success in life. And anyone who's ever become a billionaire, anyone who's amassed a large fortune, right, and been able to give back to the world, which I believe is true success and has a legacy, everyone like that. You know what we found out about every single one of them? Mainly, they had immense focus. Shout out to Bobby McKissick with the $10 super chat. God bless you, Bobby. Thank you for the love, brother. I make much better progress learning from you live, and all the information on Discord and extensions are very appreciated. God bless you, Jimbo. Thank you for the love, man. And I'm here every single day just keeping it, kicking it, bringing the love, baby, every single day, doing what we got to do to show you the love. I mean, you guys show me so much love, it's easy to come back every single day. So the one thing we're looking at here is the same thing we're looking at Bitcoin. It's this bear flag to the downside. And that would drop at least down to this double bottom area here. And we would bounce off $947 billion. We already broke $1 trillion yet again. Sad to say, back below $1 trillion yet again for the So, do we go lower and double bottom? There's a possible chance. The 4-hour looks absolutely not too great. I'm not a fan of the 4-hour right now. It is bearishly pointing to the downside here and suggesting that we do get a nasty dump to the downside. Only the 15-minute and the 1-hour could save the day possibly for Bitcoin and this total market cap. Sam gives 1,000% to us. We are all very blessed to have this amazing soul. And man, shout out to Trevor TVA. God bless you, man. I appreciate you, man. You're a better person than me, though. God bless you, brother. Why is gas so high right now? You mean gas in your car or gas for Ethereum? I mean, I'd be careful. Ethereum, man, I'm worried about I have this like intuition guide in my head, right? Or whatever that I follow. And it's telling me to be careful about Ethereum. And I don't know why. I don't want to FUD it. So whatever. But it's just telling me to be careful about Ethereum. So look, this is an M pattern, double bottom, double top. This could easily break down on this. The only thing that's stopping it is we're watching this 1 hour. And the idea that the 1 hour could be a diamond, just like Bitcoin. This is the same idea. But you know what? It's not as diamondy as Bitcoin. It's got some diamond vibes to it, though. Can we get the reversal diamond back to the upside? Can this 1 hour bounce back up out of this little flag? And this is the same thing that I found when I went over Bitcoin. This is what my technical analysis leads me through. So I do see the double top M pattern on the 4. I do see the pointed down stochastics, and I'm not a fan of it. However, can we hold the zone? Can we bounce to the top of this pattern? Can this diamond break out? Smaller time frames will play out. If the smaller time frames at least get us back above 990, chance we get back above $1 trillion, you know. Total market cap, though. And we'll be back to clean up the mess tomorrow morning. And I'm going to wake up at 5, 6 in the morning and start Monday like we do every single week, baby. Ready to kick this entire game in the mouth and see where it's going. All right. Altcoin's a little quiet right now, looking for some moves. Everyone's wondering if Bitcoin's going to take another nasty dump to the downside or not. You know, a lot of the, you're getting overbought, but you're just starting to break out on some of these big coins on the 4-hour time frame. So look, sand is starting to break out of this bigger idea. It's weird. They made like almost like, you know, rising wedges, and just a rising wedge breaks the upside parabolically. That 4-hour has more legs. If Bitcoin decides, so what you're going to watch is the 15-minute, right? And so if Bitcoin goes sideways, this will go sideways. They'll both make a flag. And what will happen is a couple hours from now, if this is still consolidated nicely, it's a good chance. And then you want to see it touch the 21-day moving average. It's a good chance that Sol 3S is a good move to the upside. We're going to watch Sol 3S and a lot of these other Sand 3S and other coins, because if Bitcoin takes a dump, these are going to be the play of, into tomorrow morning and the night. So 3S tokens are on the radar, definitely. 4-hour time frame looks amazing. We're going to watch the smaller time frames for the confirmation of continuation patterns. If that makes any sense to you, I hope it does. If it doesn't, you got to jump into the trading group and get the education. All right. Sand USDT.3S ready to rock. 26.35% gains coming. All right. Sand 3S. So I got a short on deck. You know what that happens. I normally don't. When I put a short on deck, you know what that means. All right. We already put the insurance short out for Bitcoin. Most fun I've been having with the markets is to buy up the 50-minute lows and trade it back to the 200. Works like magic. I like what you're saying, man. Do it over and over again. And the expectation of what GALA will achieve is going through the roof. I see it every day. Shout out to my GALA fans here. I believe GALA will do big things. Buying GALA when no one's paying attention. This nice dump for GALA should be a good move here. Again, Bitcoin could go lower and take GALA down. GALA will go down even lower for the double bottom. GALA's following Bitcoin in a nutshell. We're watching GALA very, very closely. Oversold on the daily. Getting a little bit of a pump. It's even got some bullish divergence here. Look. And that's pretty flat while that whole move is to the downside. So, but the shorts may be in control. We're going to watch the shorts closely. So if you're in my trading group and you're wondering what we're looking at Bitcoin going sideways on that 15 to the 1. If they aren't strong enough, it's going to get rejected, and that 4 hour is going to play out. When the 4 hour dumps, the shorts are going to pump to the upside. So we want to make sure that we have shorts on deck ready, because if Bitcoin decides to make that move, these shorts are going to make that move back to the upside. So look, shorts are like this. They're in the same flag kind of that Bitcoin's in. You see? Kind of in this thing. And if Bitcoin decides to continue to dump here, these shorts will play out. DOT 3S, SAM 3S, MATIC 3S, all the big blue chips are going to dump on your face to the downside. AVAX 3S, this one looks even better than the other one. See it? Ascending triangle. It's already broken out. You don't chase the green. I don't chase green candles, though. I go to the 7, the 15, and I look for confirmation of a flag or something that gives me an idea, and then I play that smaller idea, and then that could play out into the bigger plan. And again, smaller time frames lead to bigger time frames. Keep yourself going. Keep yourself moving. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Let me go through and make sure I didn't miss any super chats. Let's take a look at our baby Kaspa. Just want to see what it's doing. I love Kaspa. One of the best calls, really, of 2023 was this coin, Kaspa, on MEXC. And that leads me back to my favorite place to be, MEXC, baby. MEXC. You know, they found a lot of good gems. They keep it moving. And you got to love MEX Global. What is MEXC? MEXC.com. MEXC. Lowest fees in the game. 0% for both spot and future maker fees. These fees are really good, putting us in the radar. Lowest fees of the game, right? And we got top gainers too, banging on them. If you go to the markets, they got such small coins. And we can see what happened in the markets here. 262% for Terrarium, Op up 46, Marks up 45, Torg up 39, FTC up 36, Fance, Doron, which is Doragon Land, coins I've never heard of. A lot of coins go from the decentralized world right into here. Nord Finance is actually a pretty nice one we trade on KuCoin. But interesting, just, they got a lot of coins you may have never heard of. And you know what I like too? I'm telling you right now, and not financial advice, but I'm just going to tell you something that happened to me in my life, a real life story. So I get into KuCoin, right? I start trading KuCoin. And I was trading Binance a lot. But KuCoin was the smaller cap gems. And let me teach you something about ecosystems right now and break it down for you. Team, we should extract this too. 3 extractions of the night. Why not? So check this out. Let me teach you a little about ecosystems. What happens a lot, not all the time, but there is basically a way coins jump from the lily pad, right, to lily pad. It's almost like the eco or the evolution. Hi, my name is Sam Price. They call me the Crypto Lifer, and I want to teach you about the evolution of coins in cryptocurrency. A lot of people know about stocks and stock trading, and they start to trade crypto, but then they don't learn really about how cryptocurrency moves, so to speak, how it evolves, all right? Now, some coins are big, and they come out, and they enter onto a centralized exchange. So the coin comes out, and it goes to a Binance, a Coinbase, or to, something of that nature, a Kraken, a basically big exchange, and people begin to trade it. But that's not the life of all coins, and that's not exactly what happens to every coin that I've traded or invested in cryptocurrency. Number one, I want to make it clear that I am not a financial advisor, and nothing I say and do here should be taken as financial advice, but I am going to describe aspects of the cryptocurrency ecosystems for you so that you can better understand this new paradigm and the way in which, Web3 finance is going to form. So when we look at this closely and we deep dive the token or how a token moves or a coin, anything in cryptocurrency, a project comes out, right? People come together and they sit and they talk. 2 people sit and talk. I want to make a project. I want to make something happen. I want to make a crypto. A third person comes in, then they usually find the crew, and next thing you know, they have a team. They come up with a name and a concept, and they build the coin, all right? Let's talk about this coin right here, KAVA. Man, I'm not going to go over just this coin in general, but, KAVA's a coin. Here it is, or a token, so to speak. So now you got yourself a token. You're a token. But now, how do you know where to go? What do you do? Well, you make a contract, and you put it on what's called the decentralized exchange, like PancakeSwap. And that's a place where anyone has access to that contract, and they can use that contract to access the coin. I have an entire class on this, a MetaMask class. If you ever want to access that, you can check it out or email cryptolifers@gmail and find out all about the MetaMask course, the DeFi course, really, that will break it down. Now, once the coin gets onto a decentralized exchange, it's usually there and it hangs out. Some hang out for a year, 2 years, a year, some only for a few months. What happens is eventually they're on PancakeSwap, and you can only get them by sending money to the decentralized exchange by using the chain that it's on. And some of them have multi-chain. Some of them are DeFi on one chain. Some of them eventually get another chain address. So then they get onto the Polygon. Then they get onto maybe Phantom. Some of them go cross-chain. Some of them have ability to go through multiple chains. Some don't. It depends. The evolution of the coin, has something to do with that. But what eventually happens is the coin ends up on another exchange, which is called a centralized exchange, a CEX. Now, we have MEXC, okay? We have KuCoin. We also have Bitmart. There's ones that are even smaller than these that are just like really, really low. Bitmart is a tiny one. There's ones that are just tiny. They're like the littlest, like Trade Ogre. There's some that are just like so small. I don't even know if that still exists anymore. But there's some that are so small, okay? And what happens is coins get on these tiny exchanges first because these tiny exchanges don't have a name. Nobody really cares about them. They're tiny. So they got to take whatever they can get to build. So they bring on these little coins. Now, this does bring risk because in this fishy area, there's a lot of shadiness and rug pulls and coins that really don't have the substantiability. But a lot of coins that eventually become big is just like a star that is a small star that eventually evolves to be the hot sun. The same idea here. These coins start and they eventually evolve to be something beautiful, something special. And just because a coin starts down here in the beginnings stages of all this evolution doesn't mean it doesn't become the next big coin or the next big thing that could really actually rock your world. Some coins that I've seen that have come out, were just unknown at all on centralized exchanges. Even Veracity right now, which is on bigger exchanges, was really just a tiny coin that you could only get on PancakeSwap at one point, Uniswap probably, maybe, and so these coins, what they do is they eventually evolve and they get to the smaller exchanges. And so what I want to teach you is, as a trader, I didn't understand this concept fully when I was first trading KuCoin, right? But I didn't realize that KuCoin was getting fed a lot of the lower cap gems, and then those gems would 10x, 50x, and 100x. This is how I would get into GALA early, Blocktopia early, and all these coins that most people never heard about that would eventually do huge numbers and make huge moves. Even EXRD that went from 9 cents to 45 cents in basically under 2 weeks. A lot of the big moves that I found, Cadena under $1 that would go to 27. A lot of these coins that would do amazing moves, right, would be first found on these centralized exchanges. And again, if you're not that deep, because some people don't want to go as deep as me into this world, well, MEXC Global and KuCoin are the next best thing for you. Because what happens is MEXC Global is going to scoop up these coins that nobody really knows about coming from that decentralized world. That's going to change the way people kind of, can have access to these coins, because before you had to be kind of a real deep diver that knew how to get into chains. Now all you have to know is how to have an email and sign up. So these exchanges, MEXC Global and KuCoin, as well as they are high risk because there is low cap gems and anything can happen, they also are the gateway to some of the biggest gains I ever made in my life due to these ideas that I'm explaining. So this is the evolution of coins through cryptocurrency. They go into the decentralized world usually on dexes that are, more expert people that are more in, people that have far more knowledge about how to navigate the decentralized world, how to send money around on blockchain, who are really not afraid. They have access to this. But if you're not at that level, right, those coins eventually make it to MEXC and KuCoin. Now, at that point, they may have already done a 4 or 5x from their really low stages, but not all the time. So this is just something I want to pass your way. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taken as financial advice, but this is just the kind of pathway that I've seen and also something that I've used in my life to make wealth, because I found a coin on the low, got it on here, got super excited when I finally get here. And then once some of these get to Binance, I saw Shiba Inu do this exact thing. Someone told me about it on April 18th. I got it on a decentralized exchange on Uniswap. Nobody really knew about it. It started to grow. Next thing you know, it was on Coinbase, and it had done one of the biggest green candles I've ever seen in my life. So I want you guys to understand this concept. It's not all about trading. There's so much more to understand about cryptocurrency and the deep dives behind it. I'm here for you. That's why they call me Sam Price, the crypto lifer. Come to my live stream every single day, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. I can't wait to bring you awesome data and information just like this. Lakochi, lock it in, baby. Lakochi, I did a lot tonight. I don't know, for whatever reason, I was truly inspired. I think I did like 3 or 4 extractions. So you're on extractions, my buddy. I hope you're out there, Lakochi. I love you. If not, someone in the team will get to you. Locked in. Look at him. Locked in. Locked in, dude. Ugh. You know how hyped that makes me? I got you, baby. If you got me, I got you. God bless you, brother. Good evening, and may your family be well and blessed. I'll be catching up in a bit. Locked in, baby. I made 2x with Omi. Sold, bought VLX, and made 5x months later. Okay. Shout out to Lakochi Coker, baby. In the house, man. Let's roll into Monday. Bless 777. So everyone, we put out my ideas for shorts. I showed you my idea for a short insurance for Bitcoin. Showed you what would have to happen for us to stay bullish, go sideways on that 15. Showed you the diamond. Showed you the weekly. Showed you the monthly. Showed you the 2-week. We went over the 1 hour, the 15. We did everything we could for you tonight. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then we're already doing the right thing. All right? Casper, let's take a look at Casper one more time. Delete all this insane nonsense that I just... But that's how I get my thoughts out. I have to think my thoughts through. And once I start thinking, my mind starts to rev up. And I don't even know how it's coming out, but it's coming out clean and clear. And I'm hearing myself. And I'm like, this is my thoughts. This is how I want to get it. This is what I want to say. These are the words I want to use. So, I mean, Casper just boomed for whatever reason. Got that 1 hour pump to the upside. I get it. You were in that descending triangle. Like, why this should dump, right? Or it was actually a symmetrical 50-50 shot. You know what I mean? So anything could have happened here. Anything could have happened here. Yeah, and maybe we're getting lucky here and we're doing some type of bullish consolidation like so. This could be something that we're looking at. All right. We'll watch this closely for Caspa. Shout out to everybody tonight. Thank you for jumping on in. If I see you in the trading group, thank you for being here. If you take the class on Tuesday, I can't wait to see you. And may God bless each and every one of you for jumping on in. One last idea here is people want to know about the CME gap. And we should make this an extraction too. Extraction number 10. I don't know what number it is, but a lot of extractions today for whatever reason. CME. How did I get the CME the other day? Perpetual over here. What was the interesting news you had? Oh, yeah. I forgot about my interesting news. I'll have to wait till tomorrow, I guess. Extract the news, too. Let's see. We might even have news for today. Let's see. I guess we do. Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not keep it moving? What true work ethic is. We'll be back with the news. We'll be back with the news. We'll be back with the news. Shout out to everybody here. My name is Sam Price, the Crypto Lifer, and every single day we give you a beautiful news segment to get you ready. This is the Sunday night news segment, getting ready for the week ahead. The crypto hedge fund outperforms Wall Street. Hi, my name is Sam Price, the Crypto Lifer, and every single day I bring you a news segment that breaks down what's happening in crypto to, that could affect your day, show you what's happening. Crypto hedge fund outperforms Wall Street report. A recent 4.2 study cited that showing that the industry traders have been trouncing Wall Street equivalents and deriving alpha. Last year was an atypical tough one for crypto hedge fund managers, not to mention their limited partners. Scores of trading teams have been institutional investor darlings, flipped months or even years of profits into the red in a matter of days or hours, all of which added up to the 12 months of portfolio managers in recent memory, if not even. But Wall Street wasn't watching then. It's been a more recent emergence of hundreds of new funds fueling a migration of talent from traditional finance into digital assets. Just like me, guys who used to trade the stock market want to start trading digital assets. I'm telling you right now, this market is continuing to grow. Our volume is going to continue to grow. It's going to be easier for us to trade years to come, and we're going to be the ones that are sitting here. There are now more than 400 crypto trading options on the market per the report. Trading opportunities in the crypto space are constantly evolving, and the fragmented nature of how digital assets trade leads to a number of price dislocations. It said this also, there's just a faster way to get things on derivatives, to get things moving. We will just outpace the stock market so easily, so fast, just based on the tech alone. Just based on the tech alone. You know what I mean? So that was the first bit of news here. The Daily Hodl. Uniswap Labs reveals new crypto wallet, says Apple won't green light an iOS launch. The development team behind crypto exchange Uniswap is revealing a new crypto wallet, but says the tech giant Apple has not yet approved its launch for iOS. In a lengthy thread, Uniswap Labs said they are introducing their new Uniswap mobile wallet in a limited capacity because Apple has so far failed to allow its release on iOS. Very strange how the market gets, Apple might have their own payment idea and something coming out and they don't want to, you know what I mean? And that's the thing. Apple was a free market and place to buy, but what if your asset your product you're trying to sell actually competes with Apple? What happens then? And that's the issue we're seeing here. So they can't even be able to sell their product in the biggest marketplace because the marketplace is kind of a monopoly in a bit of a way, it seems. Interesting enough, I thought we didn't have monopolies in America. What is going on here with Uniswap and Apple? Seems payment, everyone wants to control the way payments are made. And, Apple is a big component of getting into that space. So it is what it is. And last but not least, the funniest thing here, is this true or not? I don't know. On You Today, is SEC Gary Gensler was offered advisory role at Binance. The current chair of the Securities Exchange Commission was offered an advisory role at Binance in 2018 and 19. Despite his refusal, he allegedly shared license strategies with the cryptocurrency behemoth. I mean, hey, so they got together. Wouldn't that be amazing if Gary had eventually worked for Binance? What a twist of events. He would have become a hero for the cryptocurrency industry. But you never know what would happen really in the end of it all. But maybe there's a good thing. We never know. Maybe all things happen for a reason. So, but what are your take on that? What would you have done if Gary Gensler had become an advisory over at Binance? How would that have changed the whole scope of what's happening with the SEC lawsuit being happened? What would have happened with so many other things? It's a bizarro thought, another world. And that, my friends, is the news. Thank you so much for the news segment. And I'll see you on the next news segment that's going to keep you up to date with cryptocurrency and what's happening. I'm the Crypto Lifer, Sam Price. Thank you so much for stopping in. Okay, cool. So that takes care of the news segment too. So we're just banging out segments tonight. I don't know what it is. I'm in the gray suit, and the gray is just making me just get it in. I did a lot of content today. The energy is real. Pushing forward. God bless everyone, and good night, friends. Shout out to Timmy313. Any last requests? Last thing we're looking at here before I jump on out. Bitcoin holding 22,389. 15-minute looks to go sideways. Very oversold. Can we get the bounce? Chance we get a push up on that 1 hour flag, but you never know. That would take you to 22,683 and would solidify that we broke out of the diamond. I do see this as a reversal diamond back to the upside. That's our only hope. The 4 hour doesn't look good though, and suggests that we may get a nasty dump out of this bear flag to the downside. Our measured move could take us to 21,000, and that's something that's on the radar. So we're going to keep you up to date. I love you all. May God bless each and every one of you for being here. We'll take a look at AGIXBTC for my man CNC Ireland. May God bless you for that ask. Sounds like I said for that, but it is not what I, so silly. So let's redraw here. We broke out. My opinion, we just redraw. And we're back inside a tighter channel here. This is what it is. If Bitcoin fumbles, we all go down. But if Bitcoin can go sideways and the market can kind of get a bit of a move back up, we're going to see a move back to the upside. And AGIX, USDT is going to look very similar. But again, if your 4 hour is super high, it's just not a good sign, right? What are you doing to me, price range? 123% gains back up on your Bitcoin against your AGIX, so you'd make a lot of Bitcoin holding AGIX against BTC. Take a look at our 22-hour, though, is oversold. Our daily is coming on down, not too bad, so they're both getting into a good spot. Our 4 hours overbought, but pushing down. We'd have to somehow not get meleeed, or we could open this up something like this, and we could end up lower and drop down here, but we just can't go much lower, right? So we could come here, wick down, or can we hold above the point of control is the question. So does this trend line hold that I got drawn, or do we have to go lower when the 4 hour dips down? Let's take a look at our 1 hour and our 15. They're both pretty spent, but you got a sketchy Sunday night. I mean, to make this trade tonight would be a very ballsy trade, a very gutsy trade, I should say, not to offend anybody. Very gutsy here. And this is what I'm looking at. Do we hold that line or do we come lower? Either one could eventually make the pattern. So my mind is trying to split hairs here with the idea for AGIXBTC on the 4 hour time frame. That's kind of what I'm looking at for almost every chart tonight too. A few things in the works, but a bunch of things kind of in between for Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market. Remember, Sunday night into Monday morning is not my favorite night to trade. Always take a breather, and the volatility goes up and down. Then we get false move Monday, which has happened almost every single Monday now. Just continues to happen. So, hey, it's done what it done. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow on the next live stream, and I can't wait to see you guys again at 10 a.m. ready to rock it out. So thank you for all the help. Thank you for everybody here. May God bless each and every one of you. Shout out to Gina Bombina in the house. Gina slips in at the very end as I'm walking out, of course. Shout out to Gina. God bless you, Gina. Popped in to say hi as I'm walking out the door. Thank you, Gina. May God bless you. Thank you for being here. A staple of the Crypto Lifer live stream since day one. Gina Bombina, everybody. Gina Bombina. Everyone, thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow night for another, tomorrow morning, actually, for another beautiful stream. It's our closest back-to-back streams, the night right into the morning. I can't wait to see you there. God bless each and every one of you, and I'm out.